going on, guys? It's Steve. So are the Houston Rockets a threat to the Golden State Warriors? Now, last night, if you didn't see that game between Houston and Cleveland, I don't know what the hell you were doing. If you're an NBA fan, those are the type of games you want to watch. Okay? Cleveland was up by nearly 20 at some points in that game. But James Harden took over. He was looking like 2008, 2009 LeBron James. He was looking like 2008, 2009 Kobe Bryant. And what I mean by that is, making his teammates better and taking over the basketball game against a better team. He was looking just phenomenal out there. It was ridiculous how good the Houston Rockets looked last night. We had Eric Gordon make some huge defensive plays, hit some big shots. Capella, Patrick Beverly. You name it, they were doing it. James Harden was just elite last night. That was one of the best regular season games of the season. That's up there with Cavs versus Warriors for Christmas Day. That's also up there with the Knicks versus Hawks. This is one of the best regular season games of the season. Just absolutely phenomenal. Those are the type of games I live for. And to be honest, at some points in time in that third and fourth quarter, it felt like it was the NBA Finals. It really felt like it was the NBA Finals. So that raises the question, do you think it would be entertaining to see a Houston Rockets versus a Cleveland Cavaliers? Now, when I think about that, I think of seeing pretty much LeBron versus Paul Pierce again back in the day. That's what it reminds me of. An aging superstar who's still one of the best players in the league, whereas in LeBron's case, LeBron is the best player in the league still. But Paul Pierce at that point in time, around 2008, 2009, was still one of the best players in the league. Not the best, but one of the best. But he had the superior team going up against LeBron all the time, or against Kobe. Okay, that's 2008 when that happened, 2007, 2008. But that's what it would remind me of. Okay, and honestly, I would not mind seeing Houston versus Cleveland. If the games would be as exciting as they were last night, I would not mind seeing the Houston Rockets versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, the question arises, are the Houston Rockets a threat to the Golden State Warriors in the Western Conference? And the answer to that is yes. But only if they can play the way they played last night against Cleveland. Now, obviously, Cleveland's not healthy. They don't have Kevin Love. J.R. Smith just came back. Andrew Bogut went down. Okay? So this isn't the full 100% healthy, complete team that we saw in the 2016 finals. And it's not even the same team that we saw in the 2016 finals because they got better role players. I still think they should have kept Matthew Dellavedova. He's a great role player. But, they got Darren Williams. They got Derek Williams. They got Andrew Bogut. They got a whole bunch of different role players, right? So now when you add that to what the Golden State Warriors are missing, they're missing Kevin Durant. But without him, they're still pretty much the same team minus Harrison Barnes and Andrew Bogut. They're still a dominant team. Okay, so that doesn't mean Houston, to be honest, by the time Houston plays the Golden State Warriors in the NBA playoffs, which will most likely be obviously in the second round or in the conference finals, depending on the seeding, probably more likely in the conference finals, just because depending on the seeding. But if they play each other in the playoffs, by that time Kevin Durant's going to be back. So Golden State's definitely going to be the favorites to defeat the Houston Rockets, but it's not going to be easy. Okay, it's going to be actually very exciting to watch, and the reason why I say that is because now there's a little more competition to go around. Meaning Golden State's going to have to go through San Antonio, and they're also going to have to go through obviously the Houston Rockets. Now, even if they face an 8th seed, depending on, because San Antonio is only half a game behind Golden State. And, to be honest, I think Steve Kerr is making the right decision. A lot of people are getting upset saying, oh, Steve Kerr, why the hell are you benching your players at this point in the season when you need it? You still have at least 20 games left in the season, okay? So I think it's smart for him to be resting players now, because let's say he doesn't rest Steph Curry or Klay Thompson or Draymond Green or Andre Iggy for, the next 10 games, okay? And let's say they go 6-4 or 7-3. and San Antonio goes the same in that stretch, you're still only going to be a half game ahead, or in that case, it would have been a game and a half if they didn't lose that one game. So to me, it's like, it doesn't make sense. Just trust what the coach is doing. I think Steve Kerr's doing a good job resting his players at this point in time. It's very needed because, again, I don't want to see anyone injured from the Golden State Warriors because I don't want to see an injury-prone playoffs like we did in 2015. What I want to see is everyone healthy. I want to see Kevin Love back. I want to see Kevin Durant back. And I want to see Houston versus Golden State, San Antonio versus Golden State, Cleveland versus Toronto, Cleveland versus Boston. I want to see those series. Okay? It's going to be very exciting, this NBA playoffs, man. Last night made me just crave to wait. It made me crave the NBA playoffs. I was just like, wow, I cannot freaking wait until April. We're only a month away, but last night, Houston versus Cleveland made me crave the NBA playoffs because it felt like a playoff game. It felt like Game 7 of the NBA Finals at some point in time. Truly, it felt like Game 7 of the NBA Finals at some points in time last night. And to be honest, man, James Harden is otherworldly right now. He is otherworldly right now. Him and LeBron had an epic duel. Epic duel. That's an instant classic right there. You know how the NBA has an instant... That was an instant classic last night. Seeing Houston versus, the Cleveland Cavaliers. That was an instant classic, and I'm very excited to see what Houston can do against other teams like the San Antonio Spurs. Now, I know it's just a regular season game, but my point is the way Houston was playing at such a fast pace, if they can continue to explode the way they did last night, similar to what they did against the Los Angeles Clippers when they came back, that epic comeback a few years ago. I think that was 2014 or 2015. I'm leaning towards 2015. That epic comeback a few years ago. If they can do that this season against the Spurs, okay, who knows, man? Because the Spurs' window of opportunity is not wide. I mean, they're obviously going to stay relevant because they have Kawhi Leonard, who's only, I think he's like 25, 26 years old, but their role players are getting old. So they're going to have to, this offseason, make some big moves in order to get some better role players. Because in order to compete down the line, because the Western Conference is just getting better and better. The Utah Jazz are surprising. The Memphis Grizzlies are still there. The Clippers, they're always a really good team to start the season until they get injured, which is really frustrating to see because, again, we never really get to see the potential of the Los Angeles Clippers. Like, for example, we never got to see a healthy Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, and DeAndre go up against the Golden State Warriors. We never got to see that. We never got to see them go up against the Spurs. It's frustrating as hell to me because this team is so good, but they're just always getting injured. Okay? And then you have the Utah Jazz, you have the Memphis Grizzlies, you have the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, the Thunder, they're not going to be a threat to anybody in the West. It's possible that they upset someone if Russell Westbrook puts up a crazy performance and his role players make a lot of shots. However, chances of that happening are very slim to none. But you never know. I mean, LeBron did it. Kobe did it. All the all-time greats did it. So if anyone can do it, it's going to be a young Russell Westbrook because he has potential to become an NBA all-time great if he isn't already one. So the Western Conference is just getting better and better. And then you have Anthony Davis, DeMarcus Cousins, and Drew Holiday, that new big three that's going to be really dominant in a few years to come with better role players and defenders around them. I mean, you name it, and the Western Conference is going to have it. And let's not even forget about the East. I mean, the Boston Celtics are a really good team now. The Toronto Raptors, they're a good team. It's just, it frustrates me because they're good in the regular season all the time. It's just in the playoffs, their stars for the last 2 years have choked badly. And I mean, like, 15 points per game on 30% shooting for, like, a whole series. And it's ridiculous. Okay, so I was, in the beginning of the season, I was like, okay, maybe that'll make them better. And it seemed like it did make them better, but they're falling off. But they did pick up Serge Ibaka, even though Kyle Lowry's down. I mean, just injuries are just an annoying part of sports. Injuries are something that really frustrate me when it comes to the NBA because we have so many epic series that we should see, so many epic matchups and duels that we should see. We just never get the chance to. And the reason for that is simply because, it's just unluckiness pretty much. And to be honest, it's extremely frustrating. But hopefully one day one freaking day we can have a playoff series where no injuries are around, which is not just a playoff series, or playoffs in general. Like 2019 playoffs or something like that. In general, probably won't happen ever, but hopefully it will. Houston Rockets, are they a threat to the Golden State Warriors? Yes and no. They can upset them, in my honest opinion. The chances of that happening are very slim. Again, James Harden would have to do something epic. I mean, we're talking LeBron James scoring 25 points, final 25 points, epic. We're talking Kobe, epic. We're talking Michael. He's going to have to pull up like one of the greatest playoff performances ever, that type of epic, in order for his team to even stand a chance against the Golden State Warriors. So let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section below. One of the best regular season games ever, without a doubt. I mean, this is no question about it. It's been Steve. I'm out. Peace.